All right, thank you for joining us again at the Dawson County News 2023 Fall Sports Media Day. I'm here speaking to the varsity cross country team here at Dawson County High School. This is our final portion of today's event. We're excited to talk to this team. They have an exciting season ahead of them. So we'll start with an opening statement by head coach Jonathan Tinsley about how the summer's gone and what they look forward to with the upcoming season.
Yeah, we've had a great turnout. The kids are working extremely hard and got a lot of returning athletes back, so we're really excited about this upcoming season, boys and girls. We're starting to build some depth, and the kids are getting a lot stronger, so we're really excited about this season.
Last season, the teams, both the girls and the boys, had made some big gains. The girls team was the runner-up in the region, 7-3A, and the boys were third. Both made it to state, and the vast majority are returning. I think only a couple graduated. So what has it been like seeing the continued growth of the players, the many players who have come back?
Yeah, it's exciting, and you get really close with them. Some of these kids I've coached since they were in sixth grade, so it's a special group, and like the senior group, I'm really going to miss them. So we're going to really try to enjoy this season, but I'm really excited about the group that we've got back, and got high expectations for them.
We're also joined today by three of the runners on the team: Anna LeCave, Aaric Muilenburg, and Tyler Tangel. We'll hear from them as well. We'll start with Anna. You're a senior. Last year you had some big results, region and state. What are some of the things you're looking forward to this season?
I'm definitely looking forward to region because that's such a big factor this year, and going to state definitely for my senior year. I think that's what's most important as of right now to me, because I would hate to miss out on not going to state this year for my senior year.
And have you had any experiences, in terms of any differences from last year? Have you been able to improve times, or is it pretty much the same? Have you seen any differences from last year?
I think my work ethic is a little bit different just because I know it's my last time that I'm ever going to do anything. I step on a track or step on a race or step on a start line. I think it's a little bit just a little bit different, the dynamic. But other than that, I think everything's about the same. I think the people are back and everything that is the same. So.
And Aaric, we'll go to you. So you're going from your sophomore to junior year. You are one of the rising players on the team. So what are some of the things that you've learned from the coach or the seniors about the work ethic that's required to be a part of this team?
I've learned a lot. I've seen it with my own eyes from the seniors and really the whole team, just how hard you have to work in this sport. And I've seen how it pays off when you work extremely hard in this sport. And it's really inspiring. And I know it's inspired a lot of my fellow juniors and the people under me, my sophomores and the freshmen. All of them have been inspired by this incredible senior class that has been pushing the limits and working extremely hard.
Well, one of them is right next to you there, Tyler. He had a big year last year, and is that something that you want to, strive toward, that kind of a standard where, you can be one of the strongest runners in the region?
Of course. Tyler really raised the bar for the entire team, and it is really inspiring for all of us.
All right, Tyler, we'll go to you. All right, so much like Anna, you're going into your senior season. You have high expectations, I'm sure, for yourself. But really for you, and we'll go back to Anna on this as well, what has it been like in terms of from a leadership perspective, whether it's, helping Aaric or anybody else on a team that's expanding too? What has that been like?
Yeah, it's been a little bit different this year because I have the thought process of before I always thought, I have 2 more years, 1 more year, where now this is my last year. So I have been focusing a little bit more on the groups that are still going to be part of the cross-country team next year, and just really trying to push them further so that they can be more successful.
I know a lot of the players who were juniors last year, seniors this year, kind of are tightly packed, both, in the field and probably off the field as well. But for you, what is it like, running with those guys who you've been running with and, been with for a long time, and what do you look forward to, experiencing for the rest of this year?
Oh, yeah, it's been tons of fun. I've just really, we've been with this group for 3 or 4 years now, so it's just, it's really fun getting to hang out with these guys, and really I just look forward to having a good season and, more importantly, just getting to spend time with all these guys, so it's been fun.
All right, Coach, we'll go back to you for a second. So, there's some strong seniors on the team this year as well as juniors. What does it mean to you to have these seniors who have worked so hard and who really will give this team a really good chance to compete for region titles this year?
Yeah, they're a special group. Like I say, I've coached most of these kids since sixth grade, and so, to see them to get to this point, it's weird. They'll show up in cars now. Used to the parents have to bring them to practice, but they show up, and you've got to work out, and they'll push the younger kids, and they're embracing that leadership role, and it's really special to watch them. And like I say, I'm super close to this group. I'm really going to miss them once the season's over, so I'm just really going to try to cherish it and get what we can out of them, and hopefully instill some of that stuff in the younger runners.
Now, for the most part, if not for all of it, the main 5 top runners for both the boys and the girls are going to be the same, or if not very similar as last year. What have you seen from them in terms of that leadership toward the pretty large group behind them that are coming up?
Yeah, no, they're a very, like Tyler said, they're very close, very tight knit, and they're, like you said, on the field, off the field, and so it's special to watch, and I'm just glad I'm a small part of it. But you can see the younger runners are trying to get better because they see the leaders in front of them that are actually pushing themselves. It's kind of hard when you see a senior pushing themselves very hard not to get out there and try to push yourself and try to get a little better. So it's a special time to watch. I'm really excited about it.
All right, Anna. So as a senior, you I'm sure have a bit of leadership to do, but what has been fun for you this summer, and what do you enjoy the most about being part of this program?
I really like being a senior just so you can have that leadership role and you can teach other people. I love to teach and inspire these young guys because just watching their faces just light up whenever you're encouraging them, or if during a race you're telling them that you're doing good and they just start to think that they're doing good and they really just improve over the season. It's nice to watch people go from slow and really bad and then they just improve really well. And it's nice to see that. It's nice to see them grow. So I think that's been the most fun for me.
What do you think is the most important thing mentally for younger runners to understand about going to region and putting their best foot forward there?
You definitely have to put your best foot forward. You have to be mentally tough to do this sport. It's more of a mental game than it is anything. And if you go out and you're just not really in it, you're not really feeling it, you're not going to do very well. And I think you just have to be very in it to win it.
Aaric, I will go to you. What have you enjoyed most about working among your peers and pushing yourself to be one of the top runners on the team and really increasing your ability over time?
Well, as far as working with my peers go, my fellow seniors, juniors, I mean, we're a really tight group, so it's always been fun. On and off the track, on and off the course, we are people who hang out together. We're great friends. So it's always been an incredible experience in that front. But them inspiring me and pushing me, just as I like to think I push them, has also been a fantastic feeling. It's like when someone who you always looked up to is so close that you can push them and they can push you. It's really humbling, but it's also an incredible feeling.
Tyler, we'll go to you. What are some goals you have, whether it's individually or as a team? What are some goals you have for this season?
Well, my biggest goal is to do really well at region, preferably win it or at least get runner-up, and to also get a podium at state. Those are the 2 biggest goals, but I would also like to go sub-17 in a race, and just mostly to inspire these other younger people because, like I said, they're the next generation. They're going to be the ones carrying this cross-country team after I'm gone, so those are my biggest goals.
Before I go back to Coach Tinsley, any one of you can answer this question, but what has it been like learning and becoming better under this coach, and what's some feedback that you've heard from him?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, Coach T is a great coach, and we love him a lot, and he inspires us to keep going. He's always encouraging, but he also sets up a good plan, and he's rigid and supports us but pushes us to go further, and I think that feedback has helped us to become great runners and even better individuals.
Do you have anything about Coach T?
Coach T has been my coach since 6th grade, and he has had such an impact on everything that I've done in any kind of sport that I do. It's always him as my backbone because he's the one who has encouraged me to come out and do cross country even when I did not want to. And he's just been there to support me, and I just think that he's such a great coach, and he's so in it, and he just loves everything about it. And that's what makes such a good coach, is that when they actually love the sport and love the people and they are involved in everything, I just think that makes such a good coach. And that's exactly what Coach T has done for me these past 6 years, and I'm going to miss him so much when I leave.
We talked about what it's meant to have these seniors, but moving forward, what do you think it will take for these teams to get to that next level of going for the title? Because the teams weren't that far off last year. The girls team in particular were very close. The boys team was, they're only going up right now. So what do you think it will take, either from a physical or mental side of the sport, for them to get over that last hump and compete for the title?
I think our top 5 kids, varsity-wise, I mean, we're solid, and we can compete with anybody in the region, and as far as the state level, I mean, we're so close, and, we just got to keep pushing. I mean, the girls were 6 or 7 points from winning the region last year, and, they finished 5th, and they're a few points from getting on that podium, and the boys right there behind them. So really excited. We got a lot of upside. Like Tyler said, we want to try to get some of those boys down to 17. We want to get the pack a little bit faster. I would love to see Anna and maybe Hayden and some of those girls that get up there around the 20 mark, possibly even break that 20 mark. We know Westland's tough. We know Lumpkin's boys are going to be tough. So we know what we're shooting for. We know what we've got to do to get to where we need to be at. But we just got to be willing to push through that. And, it's not going to be easy, but really excited. I would take my varsity kids against anybody's varsity kids in the state. I mean, I'm really excited about coaching this year with this group.
If you had like a message or something that you wanted the team to know to sort of motivate them, this season, what would that be?
Just that I love them, I care about them, win or lose. No matter how the season turns out, I'm not going to think any less of them. Just a special group. I'm just going to enjoy the season with them.
All right. Well, before we wrap it up, does anybody else have anything to say about the upcoming season, for the seniors, what they look forward to in their final year, or just anything in general? Anything anybody would like to add?
Come and support us because we're going to need it.
Go Tigers.
No, I'm looking forward to the season ahead.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you all so much. All right. So that will conclude our 2023 Dawson County News Fall Media Day presented by Elite Heating and Air. Thank you all so much.